The capability that differentiates TRMT from other similar tools is the automatic exploration of dependencies between services. This way, TRMT enables us to create compatible environments where the operators can be sure that the service can be deployed only if the other services necessary for its functioning are available in the environment. In order to accomplish this, it is necessary to know exactly the dependencies and to explore and maintain those. A supporting tool like TRMT is needed. We will work with two projects in the following example. The first one is customer services that contains two components. One containing build and deploy scripts, and one containing the implementation of WSDL-based web services. Clicking on the Units button, we can see the interfaces of public services, 3 WSDL operations, and 2 XSD complex types. The other project we'll use is customer management that contains 3 components, one for the build and deploy scripts, another for the web user interface, and the third one that contains business processes implemented in BPEL. Let's suppose a new demand arises for the customer management project, namely that it needs to be possible to create a new customer. We can capture this in TRMT and associate it to the project. The short description of the demand is support the creation of new customer. Following this, we can specify, if we already know, what components are involved in this demand. In our case, we will implement the demand in the business process, so we add the demand to the customer management process component. After this, we can specify to which release process the demand is related. Currently, we have only one release process, so we allocate it to this one. When the developer sees that a new demand showed up, she performs the development associated to the demand. In our case, this is the extension of a BPEL process by calling the create customer web service. As soon as the developer is ready, she commits the changes to CVS or another version control system, for example, SVN. After this, she delivers the changes in TRMT. We select the project, the component, and the release process where we'd like to deliver the performed changes. Following this, TRMT determines, based on the CVS, in which files the developer has made changes. After this, TRMT automatically explores the dependencies in the files recognized as sources, in our case in the BPEL process. For the identified external dependencies, we can specify the release accepted as minimum. Respectively, we can specify releases fulfilling which demands are appropriate for us. In the current example, we require that the create customer unit fulfills the automatically activate new customer demand. On the next screen, we can specify what demands we have fulfilled with the modification, respectively whether we have performed the necessary testing and prepared the documentation. After delivering the changes, the explored dependencies can be queried. Selecting the customer management project, release process 1.1, release 1, we can see the two new dependencies from the full customer data XSD type and the create customer WSDL operation. The dependencies can be queried from the other direction as well, i.e., we can find out by what clients a service is called. We select the Customer Services project, Customer Services component, create customer unit, and we can see that Customer Management Process is the only one that currently uses this service.